I am out of frame, but I am here. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is DK Jonah, and I'm a who am I? So I'll describe myself as an introverted extrovert, and I am working on the goal challenge, which I term the power of one. Now this is what it is. The power of one is this idea that we pick on one goal or focus on one goal at a time. So in the past 2 weeks, what we've done is try to break down the goals into tasks. Today I'll be talking about a different list that you should have. I know the first week we just ran smoothly. Now for week 2 of the challenge, this is what we're going to do. You're going to create a main list, a weekly list, and a daily list. So it's a 7-day list you're going to create. So what did I say? A main list, like a master list where you just write all the things that you want to do with regards to that goal. Write it down, and then you create your weekly list and then your daily list. The reason I'm saying this is we need to be more intentional about goal setting. In addition to creating the list, what we're going to do is simply review last week. So rewind and then reset. Find out what worked. Play an active role in your life for the past 1 week. Review it and watch it like someone that is having a bird eye view. What do you see? What worked? What did not work? It's up to you to decide. You tell yourself the truth. So the reason we're making it the reason we're emphasizing that you tell yourself the truth is something that I recently discovered. I've always said accountability. Oh, I need an accountability partner to push me. Accountability relationships are not first. They're earned. They come with time. But there's someone that you have been accountable to all your life, but you may not realize it, and that's yourself. So the reason we're asking for a self-reflection for the first week is be honest with yourself. Where are you? Where do you want to be? What did you do last week? What worked? What did not work? It's not just to give yourself a pass or fail, but to have an honest reflection of your current position. If we know your current position, then we know what to do to get you to the place that you want to go to. It's not that simple, I know, but it is mind-blowing what you can do if you just pay attention to your life. Pay attention to the actions you've taken. Be very, very, very optimistic, but be very optimistic, but be realistic. So optimism is here, realism is here. And I always say I'm a realist. As a realist, I do not want to say what's ideal and this is what I want you to be. Become a realist when it comes to your life for once. What really happened? What works? What did not work? It's like you're telling yourself the truth. I'm going to send this video out without editing it. Yes, my phone is beeping up the way I can see it, but I'm going to send this video out without editing it, and the reason I am doing that is this: we all make mistakes. There'll be bloopers, there's been this, there's been that, but not to worry, that's not a problem. The main thing is let's get started, let's get fired up, let's stop sitting idle. You signed up for this challenge because you wanted it. I know I'm going all saleswoman, and that's something I have never loved, but you signed up. Why? Why do you want to achieve your goals? What are you doing? What are you reading? What are you listening to? Who do you keep what's your company? I said something last week. I know I jump all over the place. Everyone tells me that, but I'll stick to the script. I said something last week and I said, I'm going to read it for you. I will tell Tolu to place it on the screen so you can see it. But it's something Tony Robbins said, and I said, why don't we apply it to our lives? It has to do with the accounts you stalk on social media. So Tony Robbins said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Oh, Jim Rohn, see, blubber. And I said you are the average of the top 5 accounts you interact with on social media. What are the accounts you're interacting with? Why? Where are you spending your time and where are you investing your time? Anyway, I'm over the place, blah, 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 blah. But it all comes down to this. We have to be intentional. As I'm working on the goal strategy or whatever we're going to call it, you decide the name. I call it the power of one. It's a goal and productivity mandate to ensure people focus on what's important, pay attention to details, and live an intentional life. So last week on the show, we talked about living an intentional life, and that was mind-blowing, because living an intentional life means different things to different people. For someone like John Edwards was someone I found about in the God's Generals. It was one of the first editions, and I loved his resolutions where he decided for himself what he wanted to do. It said, Edwards showed that a well-lived life doesn't just happen. It requires intentionality. And intentionality manifests itself in certain mechanisms that help us maintain our intentionality. Edwards' resolutions are such an example of the mechanism. And we can go on what he did. He looked at the practical side, because so many times we get told, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. Let's stop that. Let us look at the practical side. What do you really need to achieve your goals? What do you really need to walk in purpose? What do you really need to stay on target? You know it. Let's figure it out together. Anyway, I am off again. I'm going to be live at 1 p.m. and this is just a test shoot, like I said. I'm trying filming on my own, and actually I'm liking it because of the privacy that I get, being a very, very introverted extrovert. But I like the fact that I am comfortable in my own skin, and that's what I want from you. I want you to be comfortable, and I say thank you for letting me into your house through this video. Thank you for taking time to listen to the video. But it's not just enough to listen. You need to take actions. For the week, we had different words we focused on every day. So we did A, B, C so far. A was accept, B was believe, and C was courage. Courage only grows when you flex that muscle. So we have to talk about courage and consistency. Be consistent. There's something I love about Rosemary Godwin essay. I don't know if you follow her, but I always tell her it's your consistency, the fact that you are dedicated and you are pursuing it wholeheartedly. Be consistent, be intentional. That's a Travis Green song I can listen to, but you can do it. So thank you so much for taking time to listen to me. The Power of One challenge continues on dkjonah.com, and I'll be bringing you daily videos. I'm considering doing an early morning one for the early birds and a late night one. Okay, not too late, 8 p.m. So it's before the kids wake up, when they're in bed. Let's see how we can work together. Thank you so much for your time. Cheers. If I didn't record that.